cup of tea, book, bliss. As part of our Hot Key Books book tour, I'm going to be talking today about Our Chemical Hearts by Krystal Sutherland. There are other people going to be talking about this book too, so I'll link below the Hot Key Books Twitter so that you can go on there and have a look to see what other people thought of this book. Obviously I don't know what anyone else thought of it, and I don't know anyone else's opinion, so all of this is just going to be my point of view. I might have a totally different take on this book than anyone else, but I'm going to get talking about Our Chemical Hearts. Our Chemical Hearts is a YA, and it is predominantly about first love and first experiences, but it also has an element of mystery there. It is about a boy called Henry Page. He is really into movies. He likes to drop movie quotes, and he's a really likable character. He's funny, he's quite sarcastic in his humour, and I really do like Henry Page. I think if I knew him in real life, I think I would actually really like him. But he is, as I say, into movies and things, and he's been looking for a girl who, when he meets her, is expecting the heart-stopping sort of Hollywood moment when he meets a girl that he will fall in love with. But the girl that he sort of falls for is a girl called Grace Town, and she's new to his school. She comes in and she gets put to work on the paper with him, on the school paper with him. And she is not like any of the leading ladies in Hollywood. She's slightly unkempt, she has messy hair, she hasn't took care of herself very well, she's wearing men's clothes, she walks with a cane and a bit of a limp, and she's a great big mystery. Nobody knows her, she's come from another school, and for some reason Henry's extremely drawn to her from the moment that he sees her. And you can see that something has gone wrong with Grace, and you can see that when he looks at her that she's a broken person. And I think in his head he sees a girl that really needs someone to help put her back together, and he can't help but be drawn to that, and he then spirals into a whirlwind of sort of being completely and utterly magnetically drawn to Grace Town. Now, this is obviously spoiler free, so I can't say too much because I don't really want to give away anything that's within the book. But Grace Town has had a tough time of it, and there is a whole backstory to why she dresses in men's clothing, and she is a very broken character. And this sort of makes her very raw emotionally. This sort of makes her a little bit aloof, a little bit unattainable, and that seems to draw Henry Page in more. Henry seems to be quite a simple boy. He's not particularly outstanding in things like his grades or anything like that. He has an older sister who is actually very brilliant at school and had excellent grades, and she's now a scientist. But Henry is sort of average, and he has to work very hard to get his grades, which he does. And he seems a very nice, well-rounded teenage boy. He's not your typical teenage boy. He's not running around trying to get every single girlfriend that he can. He's actually looking for love. And there's something so heartwarming about Henry, and there's something so really, really lovable about him. I think he'd make a very good little brother. So he's got a good friendship group, he's got supportive parents, he's got everything that he needs. And that's when Grace comes in and turns his whole world upside down. My favourite element of this book is the way that Krystal Sutherland manages to really, really capture teenage emotion and first love. There's something about first love that is absolutely all consuming. It takes over every part of you. You can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't do anything, because as a teenager the first love that you feel is probably the strongest love that you ever feel. And I think once you get out of the YA sort of age group, it gets looked down on by adults sort of as puppy love, first love. It's not quite serious, but you seem to forget that that sort of love is more serious than anything in the world to the teenager who is feeling that, or the young adult, or anybody who's actually going through their first love. And the way that it is captured and the way that it is put across in words just really brings back those feelings, reminds you of just how desperate you were. So I found that on a personal level this really touched me in the way that it really reminded me of my first experience, my first my first love, how I felt at the time, and how everything in the world seemed to pale in significance to the love that I was feeling. And I think that once you've got past that first initial bit of love that you get as a teenager, that you kind of forget how that feels, and that's where this book really will remind you exactly how it felt. And it is really heartbreaking, really, really heartbreaking. So I think this will be great for any teenagers who are going through their first love. Henry is such a relatable character. You'll be able to go along with him and feel his triumphs and feel his lows exactly as if it was you yourself. But even if you pass that stage now, even if you're not embarking upon first love or anything like that, this is still an excellent read. It, like I say, it is very nostalgic and really, really evocative. So obviously you've got the elements of love, first love, and then you also have a hell of a lot of humour in this. I love the humour in this, the sarcasm, the quick-wittedness, the back and forth of movie quotes. There are a few things that are said within this book that is exactly something that I would say to one of my friends, or pretty much exactly messages that I have sent to friends. So I really enjoyed that, and it made me feel a lot more invested in the characters because I really, really got their humour. And there are parts of this that are so funny that I did read them out loud to other people because, like I say, I just really enjoyed it. Overall, this book turned out to be more than I was expecting. I thought I would like it because I had heard people say that it was good beforehand, and so I was expecting that I would enjoy it. I wasn't expecting that I would enjoy it this much, and I enjoyed it so much that I actually read this within 2 days. And normally it takes me quite a while to get through a book because I've got a lot of other commitments on at the moment, so it can take me sometimes up to a week to get through a book depending on what I've got on. So to get through this in 2 days was pretty good going for me. I couldn't put it down, and so I'm really pleased that I was actually given the opportunity to pick this up. It was a lovely break from a lot of the thrillers that I've been reading. Saying that, I am reading another thriller right now. I really loved this. This was everything I'd want in a YA. Likeable characters, relatable characters, and you've got the element of mystery there, which really drew me in. I like anything mysterious. If there's a mysterious character in a book, you can guarantee I'll want to read that book. But there's something about the mystery of Grace that really drew me in and kept me reading this to find out just what was going on with Grace Town. And throughout the book you're sort of thrown off, there's little sort of hints at what's gone on, why she's behaving like this, but it is quite a roller coaster to actually get to the mystery that is Grace. And that for me was an extra element to the book that I loved. It wasn't just a straight up teen romance. This was actually romantic, it was hilarious, and it was quite mysterious. So overall, again, yet another book that I've absolutely loved. I'm so pleased I read this. So I will be back again soon, probably with another book haul, because I've been book shopping, and I know I keep looking down there, there's nothing going on down there, it's just I've been keeping my books. But I'll be back again with another book haul soon, and I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you've read this, let me know. If you're going to read this, again, let me know, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye!